This especially cool, just amazing magic feat, a real impossibility, was first shown to me by my good friend Eric Leclerc. And there's a billion things to love about this, how easy it is to do, how shocking the image is, all this great stuff. But my personal favorite thing about this is it ends with a souvenir. Because so often with magic, people see a thing and then all they have is the memory of the thing. But with this incredible trick, at the end of it, you hand them the item with the impossible moment of magic frozen in time. Whenever I perform this shocking effect for people, I always tell them to keep one eye on the bottle and one eye on the bottle cap. 3, 2, 1. Just like that. The cap is inside the bottle. The secret to this marvelous magic trick is a combination of a little bit of acting and a very sneaky setup. Here's the setup. Take a cap off a bottle, all right? And what you want is a cheap bottle of water, not an expensive. Now why? Because expensive bottles of water don't have these really thin, cheap, bendable caps, okay? The more expensive bottled waters tend to have these really chunky, kind of hard plastic caps. So you want a cheap bottle of water and drink it up or pour it on a plant, pour the water on a plant or whatever works for you. Here's the sneaky setup. Take the cap and bend it like this, okay? Like that. You're going to bend it with your thumb and finger. If it's a really tough one, you can use sort of the base of your thumb down here. But you'll find with your fingers and thumb with the cheap ones, it's easy. Now you come over and you're going to feed the cap into the bottle until it pops right in. Like that. All right? Then tip the bottle upside down. Let a few drops go out. And with your finger, you're going to reach inside and get the bottle cap. Because right now the bottle cap, don't know if you can quite see it. The bottle cap is still a little bent. It's right now it's almond shaped. Okay, but I'm going to trap the cap with my finger and come over with the fingers and thumb on my left hand and squeeze it here. Kind of massage a little bit until it's perfectly round, until it's back. It's no longer almond shaped. Okay, sometimes it takes a moment. I got to get it on its side here. Gonna feed it around here like that. Squeeze the edges real tight, and now it is back to its perfectly circular shape. All right. Now you'll find when you do that, sometimes you dent the bottle a bit, but if you then blow into it like that, it pops out like that, and you're right where you want to be. The perfectly round cap with no telltale signs are inside the bottle, but you got no cap on top. So that is your very sneaky setup. Okay. Now what about the acting? Well, here's the thing. If you're standing at a party, or you're in a bar, you're at the school lunchroom, or you're at the lunchroom at the school cafeteria, or the lunchroom at work, or wherever you are, if you happen to be standing there holding the bottle like this, okay, from the bottom, that's an ordinary way to hold a bottle, and put your fingers on top. And wait for a pause in the conversation, or wait for the right moment, and then you just say, hey guys, let me show you something kind of cool. Now here's the acting. Look, all I'm doing, first off, when you hold a bottle of water, no one would think to themselves when glancing over, there's something wrong there, there's something suspicious. There's nothing suspicious, okay? Nor are they thinking, I bet he's got something concealed down here. They don't even think of that, okay? Now, if I put my hand here and I wait for the right moment and say, hey guys, here's something kind of strange, or hey, you guys want to see a magic trick? And now all you do is this. The key is to make sure your fingers are closed, right? And this is the acting, and great magic, it always has a little bit of good acting in it. And so all you do is this action, and you'll see here. It looks exactly like there's a cap on the bottle, okay? I don't show it to you, but if I do this, and then come away like this as if I'm holding something. Now, you don't want to make it a fist, okay? That looks a bit strange. But you want to just act like you're holding the cap. So this is the acting. You're here like this, you come over like this, and now just bring the two hands together and immediately shake. Now, little sort of advanced tip for you here is don't do this and keep those fingers closed. The thing to do is open the fingers of both hands at the same time. Immediately move the bottle from here just to there. So it's here, there. Give it a nice big dent. Make it really dramatic, okay? Now, I tell you, everybody's going to assume the same thing. There's some kind of slit here. There has to be. I mean, what else could explain it? But the fact that when you do that and you hand this to people, not only is it an amazing piece of magic, but it's very funny to watch people for many moments on end all try to figure out how the heck, if there's no, I mean, it's a perfect mystery. How the heck did he get the cap inside the bottle? For those of you who maybe right now are thinking, the handling Jay showed us looked a little bit different than the performance video at the start, you're right. And I'm going to come clean right now and explain to you exactly why, and then I'll show you the secret to that as well. I'm in a studio here, okay, and I'm trying to share with you guys tricks, of course. And it's really important that you get a sense of how the tricks look and how they feel, what the effect is from the very start, the same way your friends will. When you perform something and share this stuff with them, at the school caf or the lunchroom at work or a bar or, hanging out with your friends at their house, whatever, a house party. There's a lot going to be going on there, a lot of misdirection stuff, a lot of this and that. And, for you to have this cap already secretly, you got it in the bathroom, say, you put it inside the bottle and you come out and you're like there hanging out with your friends and then you go into the trick, it's going to fly beautifully. It'll work every time. But I want to make sure that you get that impression here in the studio, that I can convey that to you. So that's why, first, the opening shot of this had the bottle sort of here with a second bottle cap on top, okay? Now, if you had been in the studio, you would have seen that. So I sort of cheated, but I wanted to give you the same impression your friends are going to have, that your hands are empty and everything's fair. The other reason I did that is because I want to show you now, sort of tip the work, show you another bonus secret here, and that is if you want to do the advanced handling on this with a little bit more practice, and I think it's even more convincing handling. So here is this. Same setup, okay? You've put the bottle cap inside, you've blown it to straighten it all out there like that, but what you do rather than starting like this with your hands over is you can have a second bottle cap right there, all right? So you can handle the bottle more fairly with the cap on top. You can ask people, keep one eye on the bottle, one eye on the cap, just like that. You take it off, and what you're going to do is palm this. Now, you're going to use a palm called the thumb palm, all right? If you're brand new to magic, you probably don't know anything about this, but this is a perfect thing to use. First, great way to practice this is to hold the cap with your fingertips going inside the cap, okay? Not this way on the top of the cap, but inside the cap. Now, the action you're going to do, people often learn this by holding it between the two fingers, but this is very suspicious. It's not a natural way to hold it, so please don't learn that way, okay? This will take a little bit more practice, but it's worth it. The action is simple. You're going to curl your two fingers in towards your thumb, okay? It's going to go like, let's see the exposed view, in towards the thumb, and you're going to you're going to hold on to the cap like, let me hum it, that. There's the grip, okay? That is called a thumb palm. You can guess why. Maybe because it uses the thumb, like this, okay? Now, this action of just curling in your fingers, you're just going to curl in your fingers. The key to get good at palming is to walk around, go to school, watch movies, whatever, with this in your hand. Practice. Now, a few friends go, what's going on over there? But say, hey, I'm just practicing something, leave me alone, okay? So you get that cap in there. You can do it with a coin. This is one of the most popular palms for magicians, okay? So you're going to hold it there like that. Now, in performance here, you're going to be able to have your setup, say, keep one eye on this, take it off. Now you're going to do this big action where you're going to come back, bring your hand back here. You could even focus here. Say, keep one eye on the cap, one eye on the bottle. And where you look, people look, and while everyone's looking there, you're just going to curl your hand into a loose fist and put it into thumb palm. Okay? Or you can do it once you get good on the fly. You can do it in performance where you can do this, holding with your thumb and finger, and sort of separate the hands and bring them together with a big bang. And as you do that, you're going to curl this into thumb palm and slap. Now notice, as soon as you do this, the hand looks pretty good, okay? Maybe this is a little tight here, but it looks like there's nothing in the fingers. It looks so fair. That's what's so great about the thumb palm. And all focus, dudes, all focus, as soon as you do this and this, all focus is here. You drop this to the side. Just let this fall like a dead weight. Don't move it slowly, just let it fall into your lap, beside yourself, onto your hip, whatever. All focus is here. Everybody's going to want to look at that. You give that to someone. If you want to you can go to your pocket to get something else out, another trick, whatever you want, or just put both hands in your pockets and stand there casually with your hands in your pockets, focusing on them. They're looking at this. Everyone's laughing. People can't believe it, and you're super clean. So that's the advanced handling. One of the most important factors with any great magic trick is the element of surprise. It's key. The element of surprise, people not knowing how the trick's going to end, not only gives you the misdirection you need, not only sort of guarantees that they're not looking at the wrong place at the wrong time, but also has this emotional surprise quality, which fuels the awe and the amazement. In fact, when you think about it, a magic trick is a lot like a joke. It's got a setup, it's got a punchline. If you know what the punchline is going to be, it's never the same. I mean, we've all heard somebody tell somebody else the joke that we heard 5 minutes ago, and it doesn't make us laugh. We laugh a lot less because it's not surprising. So keep that in mind when it comes to magic tricks. If someone asks you to see the same trick again, say no. Show them something else. Say, I'll show you something else later on, whatever. There's no point in repeating a trick for people because without the element of surprise, it's never going to be as deceptive and it's never going to be as dramatic.